Hi, and welcome to day 10 in Counting the Omer. Today we are in the energies, the Sephiroths of Tiferet within Gevurah. And I want to start this day with telling you about my dream this night because it was so special and in such an alignment with today's energy. I dreamt that I saw two planets being forced into each other, like two circles being pushed together into oneness. And I was told the name of the planets, but I don't remember them now, unfortunately. But the message was when they are coming into oneness with each other, they become the Taurus, the zodiac sign Taurus. And then I kind of saw the star system Taurus, and what happened next was that two lines were coming together, like pouring down from above and downwards, and then meeting at the center between them. And they were creating this Kundalini symbolism, or Shiva and Shakti dancing together up the spine. And at the top they met and they created a heart. And then this heart were being filled up. And the message was that when these two forces are being forced into oneness, into unity, they become the heart of God. And I heard my own voice saying, I knew it. We are living in the heart chakra of God. And then I woke up. And this last sentence, I knew it, we are living in the heart chakra of God, was kind of something I've been wondering about, because when you look into the tree of life, the different planets corresponds to the different Sephiroths. And also the same thing is in the chakra system. And I have been wondering if somehow, if we are made in the image of God, our planetary system is also in a way an image of God. Of course. But my question has been, is Earth in a way God's heart chakra? That has been my question for a while. And when God kind of created, when Earth was created, the intention was to create from such a place of love and create this paradise where love could be shared between people, between the two forces. When they were brought into light and purified, they could truly have this potential of realizing and experiencing God. And this is very special for Earth. This is not something that, can be experienced in all different kinds of realms and planets. And so in a way we are very lucky here on Earth. But as the heart is, the Tiferet is the heart, it has these two qualities. It's between the masculine and the feminine. And it can both contain this pure beauty, harmony, tremendous love, at the same time such a heartbreak. Our heart can hurt like hell. So it contains both polarities. It's the center point. And since Earth is this Tiferet, Earth itself is the heart chakra of God, it's not strange that we can actually have this experience of love. And it comes from our heart. It pours through our heart, and it's being shared through our hearts. So connecting with our heart is like the portal, direct portal into God, into the experience of God's love flowing into us. Words cannot describe the energy I'm sitting with here right now, so forgive me, this sounds very superficial or like, yeah, of course, but it's such a deeper understanding of the universe within me. And then I wanted to have a look at the Taurus, because now we are in the zodiac sign of Taurus. And I wanted to have a look at my birth chart. And what position Taurus is in my birth chart. And I saw that Chiron is in Taurus for me. And Chiron is the wounded healer, which means that everything that Taurus is symbolizing, which is stability and strength, and really actually the Gevurah energy, everything that this is kind of symbolizing and working, the energies of the Taurus, how it works within us, that's my wounded healer. So this is where I have my biggest wounds. And when I read this, it's so true. Putting up boundaries, having this masculine feeling of support in my life and stability in my life has been my biggest challenge and my deepest wound throughout this lifetime. Growing up with a very traumatized father who was not in his divine masculine and not very conscious, but very driven by his wounds and traumas. It affected me deeply. So there is this feeling of everything coming together, and I'm just so amazed by how my dreams can guide me to deeper understanding. And then I was sitting with my writing this morning, and I wanted to have this tarot card reading, and the Chariot came out. The Chariot is the enlightened being holding the two forces, the masculine and the feminine, just by his own presence. So he's the total master of those two polarities that are trying to pull the Chariot into two different directions. But he kind of, just because of who he is, he directs them in the right direction, into the heart. And he has this symbol of a square at his heart, which means there is this alignment and full balance in all elements, the upper world and the lower world, the spiritual world and this earth, and all the elements, water, which is our emotions, fire, which is the spirit, earth, which is the physical aspect, the body, and the air, which is the mental. So the chariot has this square on his chest and he has a star on his forehead, which means enlightenment. And my mission is really to bring those two aspects of us. That's what I channeled that day 3 years ago, that I'm here to balance the masculine and the feminine energies, to heal them and to bring them into oneness with each other. And I feel so aligned with this mission. And I feel so grateful for the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life and counting the Omer, because I see how powerful this is to actually do this purification of the masculine and the feminine energies within, and how we can then bring them into oneness with each other, into our heart, healing our hearts, bringing harmony there. And when we have done that, we can really start to see all the beauty in life, in how life is playing out for us. How also life and we as souls and the whole universe, all the planets, all the zodiac signs, how everything is so incredibly intelligent or intelligent, I mean. And could it be, that when you decide to manifest as a soul, that things are so put together that you kind of choose the right time of birth, and then somehow you have to find the right parents for that. When I look at the bigger picture with my Chiron there in the Taurus and with my father, and I just see how complex everything is. Yeah, it's just, I'm a bit in awe today. So the Gevurah, which is our strength to direct the energy from God, the love coming from God, the light coming from God, direct that in the right direction by sometimes holding back and knowing when to move forward again. And in what direction. This is really also about our intuition and this inner compass we have within our hearts and our guts to know what's right for us and what's not good for us. And Tiferet is between these two forces, because the unconditional love, that river that continuously flowing through us, it's always there. But when it's not directed, it becomes out of balance. And when we are acting out of fear, when we are wounded, when the Tiferet is wounded, we create more karma and more suffering into our lives. But when everything is in balance and healed, and I'm just so amazed by also, yesterday we called upon Chamuel to help us heal our hearts, and heal our wounds. And then I have this beautiful dream about how those two forces come together into the heart. And my heart was so healed. It became whole. Sometimes we meet people who holds that key to healing within us. And Chiron has the symbolism of a key. And a key has been a very important symbolism for me throughout this couple of years, because I saw that in a vision that I was kind of given a key, and I opened up the Akashic record and I shaped the Holy Grail together with my twin soul. And it was such a feeling of wholeness, completeness, and sacred marriage. And it also showed me our ability to create this wholeness, and that we are having, we're holding these keys to our and others' healing. And if we start to see that from that perspective, that whenever a person comes into our lives and trigger us, we can think of that as a key to our innate healing. So again, a reminder about how you can look into your birth chart. There's a website called astrochart.com. It's free, and you immediately get this birth chart, picture of your positions when you were born. And then it also tells you in written the positions and the degrees and the houses and so on. And if you are curious, why don't you look into the Chiron today and ask ChatGPT, what does it mean when my Chiron is in this zodiac sign and in these degrees? And you will have an answer. It's just incredible. There is always light and dark within, technology and whatever we humans create. There's always this ability to use it in the dark way or use it in the light way. And we have that choice every day, all the time, whenever we are creating something. I would like to invite you into a meditation. So why don't you find a position, or if you're listening to this while walking, maybe you should just stop and stand still for a while. And now sense into the right side of your body. The whole right side of your body. The masculine side, the doing side. The chesed is on the right shoulder, streaming from the crown of your head down through your body, into your right shoulder, and on the other side, the left side, the feminine side. There you have the Gevurah, that which holds back, holds back the movement. You can just sense this into your body even, if you take a step back with your left side, it's like holding a horse. Oh wow, that's a beautiful picture. Imagine a horse is going forward and you want to stop that, this power, you want to hold it back, it's such a natural way to stop something by walking your left foot backwards and then pulling, the ropes or that which holds the horse into your chest and pulling it backwards, holding it there. That's the strength of Gevurah. Maybe you can just, stand up and stand on both feet. They are next to each other. And then you take this step backwards with the left side. That's the feminine strength to hold and to hold back the force of chesed, which is streaming through us at all times. But you just step back and you hold your force. Saying kind of, no, I will wait. You can't just run off wherever you want. I am the master here and I'm taking the lead. And then you move back again and you stand and you relax on both feet. And it's like, okay, now you can go. So you take a step forward with your right foot. So we are kind of embodying the energies here, the left side and the right side, sensing into them. Taking a step forward with the right foot, knowing that we are going into the right direction because you held back for a little bit. And after standing on your right foot in front of the left and feeling this pull and this direction, knowing where to go, allowing the horse to move, your power to move. And then you step back again and you just stand on both feet in the center point. Imagining you have balanced your inner power and your strength to hold back when needed. And allow your awareness to rest within the heart, sensing this harmony between the right side and the left side. Those two forces coming together into harmony within the heart area, the center of the chest. And the diamond shining there is the Tiferet. And when God shines the light on Tiferet, the aspects is beauty, harmony, peace, compassion, love and kindness, love shared between us, the recognition of someone's souls between or within the eyes, or the spirit of a tree or a flower. Maybe you can open your eyes wherever you are and just look, see the beauty. Within nature, Mother Earth knows exactly when to hold back her life force. During autumn, the life force kind of goes down to earth and she holds it down there into her soil. And throughout the winter, when everything is frozen, she knows how to wait, to be still, until the sun heats up the trunks and the branches, and she knows this exact moment when to send this liquid into the roots, into the into the trunk and into the branches. She knows the exact perfect moment for that. And so it is with the body. All the functions within the body has the same intelligence. So when we are sleeping, this intelligence is working. It goes, through all the organs. It purifies. It kind of goes into the brain, and it purifies the brain when we are sleeping. So everything is happening through nighttime. In the dark hour, there's a purification going on. That's when we are in the winter, in a way, in stillness. And then when the morning comes, this energy starts to work within our body, and it creates movement and creativity, and there's this desire to move, to work, to create. And then throughout the day, about every second hour, there's this Ida and Pingala energy. They just find, they are harmonizing. So there's like 2 hours where it's natural to work and go into a more like masculine energy, and then suddenly switch, and it goes more into this a little more stillness. Maybe you want to have a rest or be in nature, and then suddenly there's this force again that wants us to move and work. So this is working through us throughout the day as well. About every second hour, I heard and read at least. And you can actually feel this in your nostrils. You can feel that at one part of the day, the right nostril is open, and then it changes. Suddenly the left nostril is open. So during the night, when you're about to go to sleep, if this balance is kind of distorted within your body, the masculine and the feminine, it can be hard to go to bed and fall into sleep. And you can actually help that system by closing your right nostril and breathe through your left. How amazing is that? Our breath is so powerful. We are so incredibly intelligent beings. Our body is so magical. So is the mind, and so is the heart. And God created earth and us out from his heart chakra. It's like we are living in the heart chakra of God. Imagine how we would experience life if that was in our awareness, if we knew this. I think there would be more love flowing through us. I think we would have realized that there is more love than we can ever imagine. That we are this love. I had this idea now. What about putting on the alarm so it has this pling every hour, and when it plings, you remind yourself that you are this love. You are the heart chakra of God. And so is Mother Earth. We need to train our minds in this perception. And that's how we can remember through our consciousness, through our hearts, and the experience in every merge we have. When we meet another person, in this meeting point, there's always a potential to experience God. It's the same when you walk in nature. If you are willing to see and observe all the beauty and the presence of God within the beauty you are seeing, and that there is actually a meeting point between your consciousness and this animal or this plant or this tree consciousness, and when you allow yourself to merge with that, because the plant and the tree and the animal, they are always open, they don't have this protection mechanism, so they're just waiting for you to realize the same thing. How does it feel to allow yourself to experience this oneness and this love of God between you and another living being? Even a rock has consciousness, is alive, because it's Mother Earth. And if you're looking into the crystals, it's so obvious. They all have different type of healing abilities. So does a rock. A normal rock has the same. It's just a little bit more denser in a way. I'm listening to a book about Yeshua and the Essenes these days, and it is said that when Yeshua was traveling, whenever he came to a beach and there were rocks there, he planted his light into those rocks. He spent time on the beach to really put his light into different rocks there. And I went to this healing workshop with some Inca Indians from Peru and a Sami woman from Norway. And they were bringing their wisdoms together. And it's so interesting how they were using rocks to put on the body. And a dark rock would kind of pull towards itself our darkness. And then we used more white or light colored rocks to bring the light back. And I saw that this was a practice they were doing in Peru, and I had already been doing this with my own body, all by instincts and intuition. So when our awareness and our consciousness is rising, I believe that this is truly something all of us will realize at one point or another, either in this lifetime or later. Because we all know how to heal, actually. We all have that key to our own healing and to other people's healing. We can help each other. And when we come together, if we allow it to happen, there will be more love. Okay. I think I will say Namaste, which means I see the light, I bow to the light and the darkness. I bow to your whole nature, the soul within you. Namaste.